Hello and welcome to Mad Men Sports. We're back.
You say that too many times.
Yeah, well, this one was a legitimate, actual problem. One of us faced COVID, kicked its ass.
Get vaccinated.
Yeah, it's not a debate anymore. I was, luckily, so it wasn't too terrible, but it wasn't great. And now there's another variant, so who even knows if my antibodies are worth it at all?
So I don't think they are.
Yeah, who cares? I'll see you in 15 weeks again. But the Bills are the real focus. Dropped the score below. Let us know. It was a terrible Thanksgiving for me, but the Bills won at least. Jacksonville game sucked. Tampa Bay game sucked in the first half. They looked livable in the second half. Carolina, finally. This team really needs to figure themselves out. Drop the score below. We'll send this out to you. We sent the jerseys finally. Funny story about the jerseys. I tried to send them in those manila envelopes. And apparently they were too big to put in there, so the post office held them, called me to come pick them up, had the COVID, couldn't go to the
jerseys had the COVID.
No, I was dealing with a spout of something. Couldn't go pick them up because of quarantine. Came back, finally picked them up, put them in the proper boxes, which were way too big for the actual jerseys. It was a gripe at being nickel and dimed by the men in blue and women in blue. Those jerseys got out to the Nate and Robert Horn, and we really appreciate your guys' support, and hopefully they're good gifts or good for yourself, and I'm just happy you guys have them. This could be another gift for New Year's if you get the score correctly between the Patriots and the Bills, barring COVID. And I'm going to say barring COVID because if Josh Allen gets COVID, knock on wood, please. I'm not sending you shit. The whole contest is null and void. I'm angry. Cole Beasley out on the COVID list. Who else is important that's out? John Feliciano, Deion Dawkins. I'm hopeful that Deion Dawkins is back for this game. How do you feel?
Pro Bowl Deion Dawkins.
Starter. Is he a starter?
Yeah.
Starter. Is he a starter?
Well, his first selection.
Yeah. Weird. I don't want to talk about the Pro Bowls because it was awful.
Yeah.
Shout out to Stephon Diggs and Deion Dawkins. Everyone else.
I don't think I've ever seen so many alternates though from the Bills.
They should be alternates.
No.
Not having this conversation. I don't want to talk about it. I want to talk about the Bills versus Patriots.
Okay.
Cole Beasley out, which he's been ineffective, broken rib.
Yeah.
This might be a good scenario for it. I mean, obviously not a good scenario. Hopefully everyone gets better, but hopefully we can kind of focus on Isaiah McKenzie getting some work in this offense.
And Gabe Davis seeing continued success.
Very big time. Someone who won't watch this show is getting something via Gabe Davis autographed for Christmas.
Me?
No, who won't watch this show? Our Diamond guy.
Diamond he's okay.
Yeah, he's good. He's got his own thing going on right now, and he's got to get over through the holidays. And once he's through the holidays, he might be back for us for the playoff push.
I hope so. He better be.
Yeah, I just got to work some things out, just like we all do, honestly. And this is the exciting part of the season is every game matters. You wanted games mattering in December 3 years ago. You were hoping that the games in December wouldn't matter because you'd have a playoff spot locked up. But here is how the season's going. We just watched the Titans beat the 49ers, and I cannot tell you how frustrating it is to see the Titans look competent when they do not play competent football. It's really annoying. I hate the NFL this year. Honestly, I really do. Because teams that shouldn't win are winning, and teams that should win aren't. Am I wrong?
No, you're not.
And then the whole COVID thing with the fantasy playoffs, I don't want to get into it.
I mean, you have the Lions winning against the Arizona Cardinals a
you
couple
got
weeks ago.
the
That's
Jags
just the
beating the
craziest
Bills. You got the Jets beating the Titans. All across the board, wild scenarios happening. Any given Sunday is put to the test every week this week.
Yeah.
So we went to the game, Monday Night Football. Mac Jones threw 3 passes, and we are looking forward to this game because I think they're going to make him full. And now, the hard part about this game, hands down, hard part about it, is I think that if A.J. Klein played and didn't go on the COVID list 2 hours before the game started, the game is a win for the Bills. I think having Dotson out there, inexperienced, not as good against the run, versus Klein being out there, who they probably game plan to have 3 linebacker sets in, hurt the Bills. Am I wrong there? I think that's why I'm looking forward to a different outcome this game. Kyle Duggar, I don't think made a big difference because Dawson Knox made 3 drops in the game. Knox wasn't a game breaker or anything along those lines. That's the hardest part is Knox was not the playmaker in that game. And Diggs dropped, he had a catch that was definitely catchable in the end zone, and the game's over after that. You know what I mean? So it's tough. The Patriots game 3 weeks ago is different from the Patriots game we're looking at right now, and this game is for all the marbles. If the Bills lose and Miami loses or ties, the Patriots win the division. Unacceptable.
Trying to see a home playoff game.
Yeah.
Actually go to one.
Yeah, because Jake has not been to a playoff game of any sports in his life.
True.
0 professional playoff games in life, and that's probably a theme across the board for Buffalo Bills fans.
The Seattle Sounders game wasn't playoffs.
No. Damn. So the real problem is, how do we beat the Patriots? I don't think you have to do anything too special because I don't think they are special.
I don't think you have to do too much different than what you did last time.
Just finish drives. How hard is it? Just finish drives. You are the better team. You're the better quarterback. You're the better running backs. Probably a wash, honestly. Devin Singletary has been playing very well lately. But obviously, he's not Ramondre Stevenson or Damian Harris because of the line. I don't think they have a better offensive line.
No.
I think the defense is a wash. The quarterback is really where it's going to matter. Put the ball in Mac Jones' hands. The way you win this game against the New England effing Patriots is by making Mac Jones throw more than 3 times. If he throws 4 times, game over.
And not having 40-mile-an-hour winds.
Huge. That's a huge difference maker. I think Stephon Diggs cooks for them this week.
Like he did 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Last year. Sorry.
Stephon Diggs had a history of really playing well against the Patriots. Now think about this. He had a 40-yard touchdown dropped in the end zone. Now if you add that to what he does. So let's say he catches that play, okay?
Sure. Okay.
Stephon Diggs ends the last game with 5 catches, 90-something yards, and a touchdown. Right? The game before that, in New England, he had 9 catches, 145 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Huge fantasy day. That's like 40 points of fantasy, right? 14.5 plus 18 is 32. 32 plus 9, and we're talking about 41 points right there. 41 points.
That's quick maths.
That's what I do for a living. And then 6 plus 9.
Fantasy.
Hey, you guys keep letting me win. No, I'm kidding. But in the game before that, in Buffalo, he had 6 catches for 92 yards. He is effective against this defense. Make him effective, make him a weapon. Do we need to do the seance candles? Maybe we'll do it after the podcast ourselves. But maybe we need to exercise Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs this week. Okay, yeah.
Before what game did we do that
Kansas
the first
City.
time? Oh, but we won. I thought that could have been
It's a
bad
winner.
luck.
No, it's a winner. We should do it every week, honestly. Why did I buy those candles if they're not going to...
Do you know where they are right now?
Yeah, they're in the basement. Gotta minimize the basement in this house. No, I'm kidding. But listen, I think the Bills have it all in front of them. You win out, you win the division.
Yeah.
3 games left. That's not winning out with, 8 games left on the table. It's 3 games. I've seen the Bills win 4 games in a row many times.
I've seen them win 5 sometimes.
The second half of the Tampa Bay game team can beat anyone in the league. They almost did beat anyone in the league.
Yeah.
A blown coverage from a cornerback who's first started the season. I think we can forgive Dave Jackson, who outside of that play has been played fantastic this season.
Even that entire game played very well. Other than that,
That's going to be his biggest test, is Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, no Antonio Brown, but Rob Gronkowski. That was going to be his biggest
he
test.
played very well against Robert Gronkowski.
He played incredibly well against Gronkowski and Mike Evans.
The best safety duo in the league struggles against Robert Gronkowski historically.
Yeah, and he did well. He did very well. I mean, we can get into it penalty-wise this way or the other way, but I think the Bills have it all in front of them. You win out. Go 1-0 last 3 games. There's no special formula at this point.
Who do you have other than Patriots? You have the Falcons and the Jets.
That's a win. Those are 2 wins. Those are 2 easy wins. This is the last game that you're going to have to actually sit down and game plan for.
Yeah.
Make this one count.
We have a lot of Patriots.
If you win, it's over. That's the part that I don't think anyone understands. If you win, it's over. It's done. It's kaput. It's curtains. This game, you clinch the division without actually clinching the division.
Patriots have a lot of players out of COVID.
Yeah, they're starting to get a little stacked up there. Let me pull that list up real quick. Matthew
A lot of wide
Fairburn.
receivers. Couple wide receivers.
Yeah, they've had concussion problems. Not even. Nikhil Harry had a head injury against the Colts. Kendrick Bourne. Okay, so here we go. Aguilar concussion. Ramondre Stevenson illness. Did not practice today. And this is Thursday. This isn't our Wednesday normal. Did not practice.
Damn, we
Yeah,
got some extra
this is
information
tomorrow.
out for it.
Yeah, Nikhil Harry has a hip injury. Damian Harris did not play last game with a hamstring that he suffered against the Bills. So he's been out for 2 weeks. Nick Folk has got a left knee injury. Brandon Boland's got a knee injury. Christian Barremore's got a knee injury. Obviously, these are ailments, but not, it's fine. That's all it is. It's all it is. Just gotta, and I've been saying this for weeks now. The Bills just have to beat COVID Monday through Sunday. That's all you have to do. Win your games once you beat COVID. And Cole Beasley did not beat COVID. And that's fine. John Feliciano was in the hospital. I heard he's doing much better. He got monoclonal antibodies, and I don't care. I'm not going to force anything on anyone, but it works apparently. John said so himself. Deion Dawkins, second bout with COVID. Apparently it's been mild from what I've heard. Hopefully you test positive, or negative, excuse me. We get a positive test for a negative. I don't know. That's always fun.
You want a negative.
I want a negative
You
test.
positively want a
I
negative
absolutely positively want a negative test for Deion by Sunday so I can get our Pro Bowl left tackle back in the game.
It's weird to say.
I'm happy for him though.
Me too.
Who's your biggest Pro Bowl snub? I'll ask you.
Josh Allen.
What? What are we talking about? What are we talking? Lamar Jackson? Not talking about it. I'm not talking about it. Listen, I think the Bills have it all in front of them. I think that the New England Patriots have been playing pedestrian football for the last 10 weeks. And I think that the Bills let them off the hook with just not playing to what was in front of them sometimes.
I think the weather.
Oh, 100%. But you got to the red zone X amount of times. Think about it. If you don't go for that field goal, or even make that field goal, okay? If you make that field goal, it goes 14-13, right?
Yeah.
And then instead of trying to force it at the end of the game, you kick another field goal, you win 16-14. The Bills had it all in front of them. You take the wind out, the game's over. The game's over.
1,000%.
Just go Bills. There's not
Score
more I can say.
You gonna do a score prediction?
Just go beat the hell out of Mac Jones. My score prediction is. You got one?
35-17.
Wow, that's a 2-touchdown game, huh?
Mm-hmm. How about yourself, sir? You gonna have him drop a 50 burger?
No.
On the first podcast back? It's different.
What is it?
I've been eating a treat, but it's a different pack.
That might just be a one-off.
It's crushed. Don't let you get distracted from your sport prediction.
I'm cooking it up. 31-10.
Interesting.
Rushing touchdown at the end.
You do have to make note. The Blackburns did comment.
30-20, right?
I don't know the score, to be honest. I'm sorry.
They
They did comment today.
They counted. Yeah, no.
So, gotta lump that in there.
We're back in the saddle. We'll podcast right immediately after the Patriots game on Sunday. Good or bad. It'll be quick.
Game?
Yeah, it'll be quick. Good or bad.
Can't waste too much of you guys' time.
No, of course. It'll be quick. Good or bad. Unless it's really good. Then we'll be gloating and shit. But if it's bad, it'll be 5 minutes. Done. And we'll talk to you after the Atlanta game. Because even if they lose, the Bills are making the playoffs with 2 more wins.
Really?
10 wins, we'll get the Bills in.
I like that.
Everyone else is beating the hell out of each other in the AFC West and the AFC North. Thanks for watching, guys. Drop a score prediction below.